Hi, I'm Dave. I help business leaders to use technology more effectively. Today, I want to talk about the news around ransomware. I'm sure you've seen in the news about the various supermarkets, Marks and Spencer's, Co-op, etc., and their cyber attacks. Now, I've been asked by quite a few businesses now, well, what should we be doing? Is this a risk to our business? And the short answer is yes, it's a massive risk to your business and you need to do some stuff. So this is just a high level view. I've done this video a few times, but I just want to make sure that I'm really getting the message over to you people. Okay. So first thing you need, cyber insurance. If you don't have cyber insurance, I can put you in contact with a broker. Just message me. It's not a problem. You need to have insurance. The reason is that when you do have a ransomware attack, the specialist skills that those insurers will bring is way beyond my technical ability. I've worked with a couple of these teams. They're really, really good, really know what they're doing. And most importantly, day in, day out, they're dealing with this kind of instance. They know how to react to get you up and running as quickly as possible. And don't be naive here. 2 weeks without IT is quite common. How's that going to impact your business? What's that bottom line going to cost? So if you think you're saving money by not investing in cyber, you are sorely, sorely mistaken. Okay, get insurance. If you don't have insurance, cyber specialist insurance, contact me. I'll put you in touch with a broker. It's not a problem. It's not difficult. They'll make some requirements for you. If you need help meeting those requirements, again, I can help with that. Compliance stuff. Spend a lot of time on compliance. The second thing you need to do, you need to have a disaster recovery plan. That's not a massive, great big document. So let me give you some tips. Okay, we're going to get this on a sheet of A4, which you're going to print out and laminate. You need to write on it the phone number for your cyber insurance policy and the policy number. So you can ring them, or your IT team can ring them when you have a ransomware attack or a cyber incident. Because if it's on your computer, how are you going to get to it if the computer's not accessible? Second thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need to create a team. The team's going to consist of somebody that's in charge in terms of technical, someone that's in charge in terms of decision making, and someone's in charge of communicating with the leadership team, the rest of the staff. And finally, you'll want to have somebody from the management team who's responsible for PR. Now, again, your insurance company will help with that, but by creating the team in advance and documenting it with people's mobile numbers, ways of contacting them, if the computer system's not available, then you're going to be one step ahead. And this can take literally days of your recovery time. Instance I've seen, it can take 3 or 4 days just to get the instant process started. Now, I don't know what it's going to cost your business, but 3 or 4 days without any IT can be an absolute killer and can kill your business completely. So do not be naive here. Next problem that you're going to have, and this is where the insurance company will come in, is trying to figure out what exactly has happened and what you need to do about it. So once you realize that an instance in place, then you want to get these people off your network as quickly as possible. So there are a few different ways of doing that. My recommendation is to isolate the systems if you can, rather than switch everything off. By pulling up the plugs so these devices are isolated, that means that the forensics is preserved, because nowadays ransomware gangs, what they do is, first of all, they have kind of low key kind of trying to get into the systems. Once they've got access, they might sit there for a few months before they actually do anything. But what we want to know is, how do they get in? What ransomware family are they from? Is it a government linked one? Is it one that if you pay the ransom, you're likely to get the data back? Are they going to try and extort you and your customers? Because what they'll have done by now is stolen your data. So on your disaster recovery plan, that's the major things that you need. I know it just sounds like simple, but actually having that information will make a massive difference. What you also want to do is have a network map and a diagram of how your network works. So when your cyber response team turn up, they've got a very good idea about what different servers do, what different systems you have, what's the priority is. Now, that's another important question. Part of your kind of round table, which we'll talk about in my next video. Planning is to go, well, what do we need? What's the most important systems to bring back online first? Usually it's email, but in some cases you may have a system that delivers a solution. So, for example, with these retail outlets, the most important thing they've got to bring back online is point of sale and then distribution, because you can't sell anything if you haven't got tills that work. And you can't do anything if you can't get stuff delivered to site and you don't know what things you need to get delivered. So it can take a very long time to recover from these things, if it's possible. So we are going to talk as well about, again, what you're going to do to try and keep these people out of your system. Now, nothing's 100%, but there's certainly a lot you can do to reduce the risk of it happening. And if it does happen, when it does happen, get up and running as quickly as possible. Thanks for watching, and try not to worry too much. If you've got any questions, you need any help, just reach out to me or offer some advice. Thanks for watching.